Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Drama on this Monday, episodes of the CBS Radio Workshop, an adaptation of the article from, I believe it was from Harper's Magazine, Subways Are for Sleeping. Byron Kane stars. John Dehner in Frontier Gentleman and Nebraska Jack. Barrie Craig Confidential Investigator starring William Gargan for Love of Murder. And Somebody Knows. They investigate the unsolved case of Paula Kohler Eubanks. And we'll wrap it all up with an episode of Claudia. That's up here on this Monday, 3rd day of August, 215th day of the year, and we have 150 days left. Happy heavenly birthday to Jay North. Do you know who that is? I hope you do. Columbus set sail from Palos, Spain on this date in 1492. Germany declared war on France on this date in 1914. In 1923, Calvin Coolidge sworn in as the 30th President of the U.S., following the death of Warren G. Harding. He was sworn in as president by his father, John Calvin Coolidge Sr., who was a notary public. The swearing-in took place at the family home in Plymouth Notch, Vermont. The nuclear-powered submarine Nautilus became the first vessel to cross the North Pole underwater on this date in 1958. It was on this date in 1965 President Johnson doubled down on his commitment to the Vietnam War.
Why don't people concern themselves something with a country that's trying to maintain her independence from aggression, that's being invaded? Now, America wins the wars that she undertakes, make no mistake about it. And we have declared war on ignorance and illiteracy. We have declared war on poverty. We have declared war on disease. And we have declared war on tyranny and aggression.
President Johnson made those remarks in a speech to the International Platform Association upon receiving the association's annual award. Tandy Corporation announced the TRS-80 on this date in 1977. It was one of the world's first mass-produced personal computers. And they were made in America. They were. 1981, U.S. air traffic controllers went on strike.
I must tell those who failed to report for duty this morning, they are in violation of the law, and if they do not report for work within 48 hours, they have forfeited their jobs and will be terminated.
5 days later, 11,000 air traffic controllers were fired. Mary Lou Retton won the all-around gymnastics gold medal in 1984 with a perfect 10 on the balance beam.
Mary Lou Retton is just about...
Perfect ball! Oh, wow! Beautiful straight legs high, full twist, and she stuck it, and she's 4 feet further away from that horse than any gymnast in this meet. I'm telling you, she's going to get a 10. If she does, she is going to be the Olympic all-around champion. Mary Lou Retton, what a phenomenal first vault. And it's a 10, which gives her a 79.175, and she beats Ekaterina Szabo.
Retton scooped up 5 medals at the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles, more than any other athlete. Her success on home soil transformed her into a true American sporting icon. On this date in 1987, a 22-cent stamp honoring author William Faulkner issued, its first-day cancellation held in Oxford, Mississippi, where Faulkner had served as postmaster from 1921 until his resignation in 1924 following accusations of negligence. Well, the Iran-Contra hearings ended on this date in 1987.
It is a story of how a great nation betrayed the principles which have made it great and thereby became hostage to hostage takers And sadly, once the unsound policies began to unravel, it became a story of a cover-up, of shredding and altering of the historical record, and of a fall guy plan suitable for a grade B movie, not a great power.
Democrat Senator Daniel Inouye from Hawaii, chairman of the Senate Select Committee investigating the Iran-Contra scandal, he passed away in 2012 at the age of 88. In 2000, Texas Governor George W. Bush accepted the Republican presidential nomination at the party's convention in Philadelphia. Mr. Bush sounded this warning to those who would oppose him.
Don't mess with Texas.
Most people are smart enough to not mess with Texas. The pedestal of the Statue of Liberty reopened on this date in 2004 after being closed since the September 11 attacks back in 2001. 23 people killed, 23 injured on this date in 2009 in a shooting in El Paso, Texas. This woman, a witness.
I heard doo, 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 and then it went doo, 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 like closer together. So then that's when I thought it was gunshots.
Prosecutors say Patrick Cruces targeted Mexicans in hoping of scaring Latinos into leaving the U.S. Passing away on this date, comedian Lenny Bruce, Morticia Adams, Carolyn Jones. Also, actress-director Ida Lupino, singer-songwriter Roger Voudouris, Harry Carey's son, Skip Carey, Mr. Belvedere, Christopher Hewitt, the man who wrote the song about Sunny, Bobby Hebb, and we lost a year ago today, Lonnie Anderson. We see in birthdays of this day the people who are no longer with us: war correspondent Ernie Pyle, John T. Scopes, who was tried for teaching evolution. Also Dolores Del Rio, the actress. Tony Bennett, wonderful singer. William Calhoun, Haystacks Calhoun, 600 pounds he was. And Jay North, whom you know best for his time as Dennis the Menace. He passed away a year ago. Dennis the Menace was 73. Those some of the people who were born on this date, they have all left the building.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Actor Martin Sheen turns 86 today. Martha Stewart is 85.
Cooked lentils, cooked beets, and a delicious mesclun salad. Stay tuned.
Martha Stewart doing some cooking there at 85. From Animal House and Blues Brothers, director John Landis is 76. Metallica's James Hetfield is 63. From the Parent Trap reboot and Bruce Almighty, Lisa Ann Walter is 63. From Grey's Anatomy, Isaiah Washington is 63. Oh, yes, from Super Bowl 49, Tom Brady made his second comeback. He is 49 today.
Every team has a journey, and, a lot of people lost faith in us early, but, we held strong, we held together, and it's a great feeling.
Now that he's moved into ownership, he's doing other things, including he may be doing something with the World Wrestling Entertainment Organization. We'll see. Also, from Lost, Evangeline Lilly is 47. From New Girl on Fox, Hannah Simone is 46. Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte is 42.
As soon as you get to a certain point or level in any kind of sport career, you're always going to have an eye on you. And I think I've learned it the hard way.
Ryan Lochte, 42 today. Carly Kloss, 34, the model. And from Dolphin Tale and the Freaky Friday remake, Cozy Zulilov is 28. Those just a few of the people celebrating the third day of August as their birthday. If this is your birthday.
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say happy birthday to you.
CBS Radio Workshop production of The Subways Are for Sleeping comes up next.
Help yourself toward your normal regularity. Out of sorts because you need a laxative? Take X-Lax. Hospital tests prove X-Lax not only gives you overnight relief, but actually helps you toward your normal regularity.
Now he's a regular fellow. Last night he took gentle
X-Lax. Okay, we're going to go back to 1956 for an episode of Subways Are for Sleeping. This was actually an episode of the CBS Radio Workshop. It was inspired by an article about subway homelessness in the March issue of Harper's Magazine and a subsequent 1957 book, both written by Edmund G. Love. He slept on subway trains through the 50s, encountered many unique individuals. Now, with the profits of the book, he then embarked on an extraordinary hobby. Over the course of several years, he ate dinner at every restaurant listed in the Manhattan Yellow Pages directory, in alphabetical order. Alrighty, strangeness. Hopefully you can, last time I looked, and I got to check, I'll see if I can find it. I think you can find the information. Well, I'll look up a link here while we're listening to the Subways Are for Sleeping from the CBS Radio Workshop. It is interesting in that it holds a lot of lessons that people could learn from today. This is from August 3rd, 1956, 70 years ago today.
From Hollywood, the CBS Radio Workshop.
Desk clerk. Journal American 411, right away.
Good afternoon, Arthur.
Oh, hello, Mr. Shelby.
Any messages for me?
Well, not since I came on, sir.
May I have my key, please?
I'm sorry, Mr. Shelby, but the manager says not to give you your key until your bill's paid.
Oh?
It's $113 and some odd cents.
I know.
You want I should call him so you can talk to him about it?
No, never mind.
Sorry, Mr. Shelby.
It's not your fault, Arthur. I'll stop back in a couple of days to see if there's any mail.
Yes, sir. Desk clerk. No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Martin.
$14.60, 65, 66 cents. Well, I can eat for a week or so, and plenty of people sleep in the subway.
CBS Radio presents the CBS Radio Workshop, dedicated to man's imagination, the theater of the mind. Tonight, Subways Are for Sleeping, based upon the Harper's Magazine article by Edmund G. Love, a true story of one man's strange adjustment to mid-century materialism in the largest city in the world.
Have you ever gotten fed up with rent, taxes, and bills, and the clatter of telephones? With all the demands, large and small, that our complicated civilization makes upon us? Henry Shelby finally did. When they locked him out of his hotel room, he stayed out. For the past 3 years, he has, by choice, been homeless and without a steady job. Yet, Henry Shelby is no bum. He is as well dressed and as smoothly shaven as the next man you'll meet. He's not stupid. He holds a master's degree in economics and is a former school teacher. He has never visited a soup kitchen or stood in a bread line or asked for a night's lodging at a Bowery mission. Still, he has learned for himself how to maintain his sanity and peace of mind in a confused and confusing society, which takes from a man more than it gives. Henry Shelby has reversed the process. And this is how he does it.
I'm getting along all right. I'm perfectly happy. I'm just waiting to see how things come out. In the meantime, I see to it that I always have at least 15 cents, so I'm sure of a place to sleep. And the truest statement I ever heard is that no one will ever starve to death in the United States.
86 in the bean soup. All out of Yankee bean, Mac. Cream of tomatoes, okay. Tomato, a bowl. Well, as I live and hope to, Shelby.
Hello, Ernie. See, you've got the counterman wanted sign on the window.
Yeah, guy was here 2 weeks. Today never shows. Want to go to work right now?
Sure.
Well, go on back and grab a hat and jacket. I ain't even checked cash from breakfast yet.
Okay, fine.
Want a cup of coffee or something first? Go right ahead.
No, I'm fine.
Here's your soup, Mac. Crackers or bread?
Crackers. Hey, ain't you the regular counterman?
Me? I'm supposed to manage a joint.
You give any bum comes along a job?
Shelby ain't no bum, Mac. He's a college graduate.
Oh.
Michigan or someplace like that. Used to be a school teacher, too.
So?
Well, he shows up every 3-4 months, works a couple of days for $5 a day in his meals, and then he's gone. When he tells me he ain't coming back.
So that makes him he ain't a bum.
Well, it does in my book. He can do anything around the joint. Do it plenty good, too. How's the soup?
All right.
Anything else?
I don't know yet.
This jacket isn't exactly the best fit in the world.
You look great, Shelby.
I'll bet.
Now, here's your checks and a punch. Everything's the same as last time he was here.
Not quite. Corned beef and beans are up a nickel.
Hey, they are at that. I forgot. Well, she's all yours. I'll check the register.
Anything else for you, sir? Pie? Coffee?
I might have some pie at that. Apple.
Right.
With cheese, I guess.
Right. Empty the mousetrap on this pie.
Hey, look, Shelby, I was thinking, I got no night chef for the moment either. Why don't you stick around for a couple of weeks and help me out?
Well...
8-hour shift, 5 days, $55, and all the food you can steal.
Here you are, sir. Well, I'll think about it, Ernie. I actually didn't have to think about it. When I went in, I knew I'd only stay for a few days. I have 5 or 6 places like that. They're my Social Security. I use them when my cash is way down and my suit needs dry cleaning, and when I'm ready for a good, long sleep, lying down.
So, Henry Shelby works just long enough to get a little money ahead. Then he picks up his clean laundry and checks in at a respectable but inexpensive hotel.
Here's the $4.50 in advance. I'm afraid I don't have any luggage. And will you send the valet up to my room in a few minutes, please?
Once his suit is on its way to the cleaners, Shelby spends the next 24 hours in bed or under the shower. He has taken as many as 15 showers on one of these occasions and slept for as long as 22 hours.
It's an extravagance, of course. Costs me $7 or $8, and that's as much as I usually spend in a whole week. But I certainly do feel fine when I check out.
And thus refreshed, Henry Shelby sets out again to roam the streets of New York. First stop, to leave his laundry somewhere in the Grand Central area. He owns 2 of everything except for his 1 suit, and he'll pick up this bundle in a few days. Bathe and change in a booth at Grand Central Terminal, and drop the soiled clothing off at another laundry in the vicinity.
I carry a safety razor in my pocket, and I shave at least every 36 hours. It costs 25 cents for a booth, but I can freshen up generally at the same time. The bums who look like bums are mainly the ones the cops bother. Naturally, I don't consider myself a bum, so I make it a point not to look or feel like one.
"24 hours can be a long time, particularly when all you have to look forward to is 24 more of the same. But Henry Shelby fills them with endless variations of the same pattern, and he walks between whatever geographical points are involved. Breakfast time may find him at a juice bar on 3rd Avenue.
Large tomato juice, please. Come on there, friend. Fill it up. Your sign says 12 full ounces for a dime.
Coffee at the automat on 6th. Another cup later in the gloomy fluorescent glare of a cafeteria in the garment district.
I load in all the cream and sugar the mug will hold. They're calories. Free calories. Lunch in the Gramercy Park neighborhood today. Yesterday, it may have been at Broadway and 116. But at the same kind of a white tile stand and very likely the same lunch. A frankfurter, I guess, and a large glass of milk. Two or three more cups of calories during the afternoon, and finally, the one substantial meal of the day. The Vienna loaf dinner looks all right.
Vienna loaf coming up.
Not that slice. The next one with the hard-boiled egg in it. Yes, that one.
Fried or boiled potatoes, corn or stewed tomatoes.
No potatoes. Plenty of starch in the bread. How about a good helping of creamed spinach instead?
Mac, if you got to order a la carte, why don't you go to the Waldorf for the 21, huh?
Well, I'll take you to either one of them someday as my guest.
Yeah, I'll hold my breath. Okay, spinach. Now, corn or stewed tomatoes.
Stewed tomatoes. What's that you're putting on?
Gelatin salad comes with it.
No, thanks. Let's trade for a dab of those cooked carrots, okay?
Now, look,
They're probably cheaper than the salad. You're saving money for the management.
That's what I'm interested in. Okay, but don't ask me for no Charlotte Russe. There you are, Mac.
Very good. A very well-balanced dinner.
Yeah, not bad for 42 cents.
Not bad at all. I may continue to give you my patronage when I'm in the neighborhood. Thus, the inner man is stoked, though perhaps not aesthetically satisfied, and always a walk between each refueling stop. The aesthetic hunger is assuaged along the way. There is the ever-changing kaleidoscope of Manhattan store windows, displaying their shiny wonders, their sturdy commonplaces, their exotic luxuries, their mundane necessities. There is a record of mankind's daily activities the world over, in a newspaper plucked from a trash basket, and there are benches in parks and public buildings where Henry Shelby may rest while he reads. There are pillared halls where paintings and sculpture may be viewed. Henry Shelby is a regular visitor to New York's many art galleries, but his favorite is the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Now, if you'll follow me, we will view the museum's unrivaled collection of the works of Edward Degas.
Edgar Degas. Edgar Hilaire Germain Degas.
Oh?
Oh, I'm sorry, madam.
Oh, don't apologize, young man. That's very interesting.
Degas worked chiefly in oil, although his renderings in pastel have achieved some fame.
He wasn't a bad sculptor either.
Is that so?
The oil to the immediate right and above is At the Milliner's, and to the right of that and below is Dancers Practicing at the Bar.
Only the first one is a pastel, not an oil. This guide is new, I'd imagine.
Let's stay behind, Myrtle. This gentleman knows more about it than the guide does. You don't mind, do you, mister?
No, not at all. They sort of hurry you through on the guided tours.
Now, what about the one that's a pastel instead of an oil?
Well, Degas' pastels, particularly his later ones, do have a deep, rich, almost oil-like texture. He applied the color in successive layers, fixing each tone or shade separately, and using open lines to allow each undercoat to show through.
Oh, well, I don't quite understand, but I see what you mean. Are you an artist?
No, although I'm planning to do some painting. Sometime.
Well, my daughter's very artistic, back in Chillicothe. What's this one, that lady sitting with a big bouquet?
That's an oil. It's called Woman with Chrysanthemums.
What? That's a good name for it, isn't it?
Yes, isn't it?
Say, if you aren't an artist, how do you know all these things?
Oh, I spend a lot of time here, and I read a great deal.
Oh, you certainly must. Goodness, you're a regular Billy Pearson.
I beg your pardon?
You know, the jockey on television.
Oh, yes. I've read about him. Didn't he win $64,000 and then go on and tie with a fellow named Price for another 64 or something?
Yeah, that's the one. Did you ever watch those programs?
No, I can't say that I do. I'm afraid I don't have a television set. Yes, there's plenty of free culture and free entertainment to be found in New York City, even without a television set or a radio in your home. Even without a home. One of the most spectacular free entertainments in Manhattan is presented by the fire department. Henry Shelby always follows a fire engine. He generally gets to the fire, too.
For the radius in which each engine company operates is small enough to permit even a pedestrian to arrive shortly after the equipment.
Oh, this one is nothing. It's just a chemical job. They might as well have left the ladder truck back at the station. Now, you should have been at Amsterdam on 133rd the other day. I happened to be in the neighborhood at the time.
There are the inevitable New York traffic accidents. Shelby has a nose for these and for straight fights, and he never leaves the scene until the last policeman has closed his notebook. And the parks and public squares are places where a man with a message may speak it forth within certain limits of subject matter.
Can commit mass suicide, and that is to continue to eat the flesh of the animal. What Mother Nature intended us to nourish ourselves with grows in the ground.
Henry Shelby stops to listen to every street corner orator he runs across, weighing gravely the ideas he hears.
I can scarcely agree, but he does have a wonderfully resonant voice.
There are the new buildings that constantly alter New York's skyline. Our well-kept vagrant knows every major construction project in town and shows up at the exact moment some critical problem is to be solved.
No. A little more to the right. Say, does it look to you as if they're placing that girder properly?
It doesn't right now, but they'll raise it another 3 feet and then force it to the right with a cross member.
Oh, yes, I see.
Actually, it's a different technique than we're accustomed to watching in the usual steel skeleton construction.
Seems to me there'd be too much strain on the cross member.
No, I understand the alloy is both light enough and strong enough so that, in effect, they're employing a variant of the ancient Egyptian post and lintel method.
Say, there are similarities, aren't there? You're an engineer, I take it.
No. Matter of fact, my master's was in economics.
Is that so? I'm liberal arts myself, Yale 28. Construction's sort of hobby of mine. Watching it at any rate.
Mine, too. So much so that I've done quite a bit of reading on it. There. You see what they're doing now? That's how they equalize the stresses.
So they do. Your office in the neighborhood?
No, it isn't. I just happen to be passing this way.
Mine's just across the street, 230 Park. I'm H.J. Chisholm, Regal Paper Company.
How do you do, sir? I'm Henry Shelby.
Hello. You with the firm, or you in business for yourself?
Neither. I don't have a connection right now.
Is that a fact? Well, if you're looking, why don't you stop by the office whenever it suits you? We might very well have something for a chap like you.
That's mighty nice of you, Mr. Chisholm. I'm not really looking at present, but I'll certainly remember you when I am.
I wish you would. Say, wouldn't it save time and an extra piece of heavy equipment to haul those I-beams up on the construction elevator and then place them with one of those small hoists?
It seems that it would at that. I think you have something there, Mr. Chisholm, and I'm going to look into it the next time I'm at the library.
The Public Library, one of Henry Shelby's favorite haunts. A fellow vagrant once advised him that the library was a good place to keep warm on a cold day. But he found it to be much more than that. On his first visit to the massive old building at 42nd and 5th Avenue, he asked for a copy of the New York Times for November 10th, 1936, and was referred politely to the microfilm room.
Here you are, sir. Are you familiar with the operation of the viewing machine?
Not particularly.
I'll be happy to show you. The entire edition is on this roll of film. You place it in the machine, attach the end, and thread it this way. Close the machine and turn the handle forward.
Yes, it's fine.
You sit right down here, use the headrest, and view the film through the aperture.
Yes, I see. Very clear. And very comfortable.
Yes, isn't it? It rather makes research a pleasure, doesn't it?
I should say so. What if I fall asleep?
Well, I'm afraid no one would awaken you if you did. There seem to be so few of you scholars taking advantage of our microfilm facilities. Just come to the desk if you wish additional rolls.
Say, how long has this been going on?
Henry Shelby was asleep in 15 minutes and awoke undisturbed 5 hours later. For some time, the microfilm room was at the top of his list as a place of shelter. Then suddenly he realized it was a far more valuable place for pure entertainment. He has read all the issues of the Times available on film, all his favorite comic strips from the date of their inception, all the columns Damon Runyon ever wrote, and has even developed a system for playing the horses. One time, he worked long enough to accumulate $25, and with it, visited Aqueduct Racetrack.
Now entering the winner's circle is Time You Told Me, ridden by jockey Farrell Zufeld. The time for the mile and a 16th was 1:43 and 2. And the result of the 8th race is now official.
11:20 to win. Let's see, that makes me $87.40 ahead for the day after expenses. Well, how long has this been going on?
Very prudently, Henry Shelby bought himself a new suit of clothes, leaving his original $25 untouched. A few days later, he visited Belmont Park and lost the entire sum.
I still play the races in the microfilm room. During the winter, I study the preceding summer's entries, make my selections, and check them against the results in the following day's paper. I never look at the results in advance. Might just as well be honest about it.
Yes, New York offers many diversions. There is the waterfront, the ferry boats, the slips where the huge liners dock.
I come down here a couple of times a week. I always try to be around when the Mary or the Elizabeth are coming in. Now, what's that Weehawken ferry doing a quarter-mile off her course? Just sightseeing, I'll bet. Why, her captain ought to have his confounded papers picked up.
Shelby enjoys the ferry boats, all of them, but his favorite is the Staten Island ferry.
There's nothing quite like it in the world. Outward bound from the Battery, there's the thrill of passing the Statue of Liberty. And coming back, Miss Liberty welcomes you home as the incredible skyline of Lower Manhattan hangs shimmering in the haze, like the pleasure dome of Kubla Khan. Where else can a poor man get such an ocean voyage for a dime?
Of course, 10 cents for one round trip does put the Staten Island ferry in the luxury class, but during the rush hours, Shelby has discovered that he can board the Jersey Central ferries across the Hudson and make 3 or 4 trips for the same dime without being noticed. This kills time and also furnishes amusement, for Shelby quietly enjoys criticizing the pilots who do not bring their vessels squarely into the slips. Among other things, Henry Shelby has become an expert on the management and conduct of New York Harbor. And then there are the parades. New York City is the only place where there is a parade of some sort every day. That's one of the reasons Henry Shelby is happier here than he would be in any other city in the world.
I just love band music. Why, last Armistice Day, I saw 5 different parades and even marched in one. I carried the front end of the bass drum and got $3 for doing it.
So, the patternless pattern of Henry Shelby's days, and the days of perhaps thousands like him. Men who choose to work only enough to maintain a bare thread of personal existence in a society that clamors for workers and rewards them with possessions and security and the same comfortable resting place each nightfall. Where does Henry Shelby sleep? A clean hotel bed is a once-a-month extravagance to him. Perhaps he trudges to the Pennsylvania station and boards an 8th Avenue subway train at about 1 o'clock in the morning. That's why his cash minimum is 15 cents, the price of a subway token. He settles himself in the almost empty front car and drops off to sleep. He awakens before he reaches the end of the line, has a smoke, boards another train, and sleeps to the other end of the line. He has several standard trips mapped out: J Street to Queens, back to the Brooklyn end of the line, up to the tip of Manhattan, back to Penn Station. In 5 hours, he has probably netted 4 hours sleep. He has learned the habits of the transportation police, and he tries to keep himself from becoming too familiar a figure.
That's why I use the subway maybe only every other night, or not quite that often. In warm weather, there are fire escapes, some of them covered, and Central Park and Prospect Park. And when it's really hot, there are the beaches. No one ever bothers you there. Always plenty of legitimate sleepers trying to beat the heat.
When it rains and when the New York winter comes, there are other carefully cataloged places for shelter and a few hours' sleep. Grand Central, Penn Station, the Port Authority bus terminal, hotel lobbies. There are rules of conduct for each, and Henry Shelby knows and observes them all. On rare occasions, he's questioned, but he always has the answers.
Come on there, mister. Come on, wake up, up.
Oh, well, I certainly dozed off, didn't I, officer?
You certainly did. You think this is a flop house?
Of course not. It's very obviously Grand Central Terminal.
That it is, and we don't allow bums to nap their bibs in here.
Bums? I ought to resent that, officer.
Well, resent it all you like. Seems to me I've seen you in here before.
Well, that's quite possible. I take the 2 o'clock local for Poughkeepsie almost every night. I missed it tonight, so I'm waiting for the next train. 6:05, I believe it is.
It is. Can you prove you're not a vag?
A what?
A vagrant. You got any money on you?
Why, yes. Let me see. $6, $7, $8. And here's my ticket to Poughkeepsie.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'd better get going, mister, or you'll miss your train.
What?
Yes, it's 2 minutes after 6.
Oh, I had no idea. I nearly overslept.
That you did.
Thank you so much for wakening me.
Not at all. That's what I'm here for.
Yes. Well, I must say you're right on the job.
You bet I am. That's gate 9, mister, the Poughkeepsie local.
Yes. Well, I don't want to miss it this time.
No, you don't.
So, for the first time, Henry Shelby had to take the train for Poughkeepsie under the suspicious glare of the railroad cop. But the ticket was never punched, for he got off the train at 125th Street to begin another day of Manhattan meandering. Henry Shelby is never without 3 tickets. One to Poughkeepsie, one to Princeton, and the third to Elizabeth, New Jersey. His operating equipment for sleeping in the 3 major terminals. Why does this strangely bewildered, yet far from hopeless man live apart from responsibility and the place he could so easily regain in working society? How many weeks, or months, or years will he continue to walk the streets of Manhattan?
I don't know how long I'll live this life. I don't have much trouble. I've never gotten drunk and lain in a doorway all day. I've never been on a police blotter. I've never had to beg. Things seem so easy and natural, just as though they were supposed to be this way. I'm not going to look at the future. All I know now is that at 6 o'clock, I'm going to be at a little delicatessen up on Broadway where they serve a mighty fine boiled beef dinner for 68 cents. And I'd better get going. Takes me almost an hour to walk it. Why don't I take the subway? Why, subways are for sleeping.
The CBS Radio Workshop is produced in Hollywood by William N. Robeson and was tonight directed by Mr. Robeson. Subways Are for Sleeping was based on the Harper's Magazine article by Edmund G. Love and was adapted for the workshop by Fran Van Hartesveld. Henry Shelby was played by Byron Kane, and the narrator was William Keneally. Also heard in the cast were Sarah Selby, Helene Burke, Edwin Bruce, Frank Gerstle, Court Falkenberg, Tony Barrett, Ted Bliss, and Alan Reed. The original score was composed and conducted by Fred Steiner. Next week, from New York, the workshop will present Only Johnny Knows, a survey of child training from the birds and the bees era of wonderful innocence a century ago to the complex and guilt era of today's psychiatric sophistication. A brilliant performance of the rarely played Symphony No. 6 in D minor by Jan Sibelius with Nils Erik Fugstad conducting the Sibelius Festival Orchestra is yours for the listening this Sunday when World Music Festivals comes your way on most of these same stations. Stay tuned for 5 minutes of CBS News to be followed over most of these same stations by My Son Jeep. America listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
And there you have it. 70 years ago, August 3rd, 1956, the CBS Radio Workshop on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We have a link to the Harper's article on this in the show notes, so check it out if you like. All righty, coming up next, John Dehner is J.B. Kendall, the Frontier Gentleman.
Gee, that looks good. It looks just like tomato juice.
But it's 8 juices. Good for you and me. V8.
Well, I still say it looks like tomato juice.
But it's 8 ways tasty. Discover it and see. 8 lively juices. Vegetable juices. Yours for good health in V8.
But I still say it looks like tomato juice.
Well, just take one taste of V8.
Wow, it sure doesn't taste like tomato juice.
Of course not. It tastes like V8.
Great.
V8 cocktail vegetable juice from Campbell's.
Always love me some V8, don't you know? John Dehner as the Frontier Gentleman. This goes back 68 years to August 3rd, 1958, and the story of Nebraska Jack. And we want to thank Ted at RadioMemories.com for making this available to us.
I feel that I cannot leave Wyoming Territory without describing my encounter with Nebraska Jack and his remarkable family.
Frontier Gentleman. Herewith an Englishman's account of life and death in the West. As a reporter for the London Times, he writes his colorful and unusual stories. But as a man with a gun, he lives and becomes a part of the violent years in the new territories. In just a moment, we will bring you this latest report from the Frontier Gentleman. 7 mornings a week on CBS Radio, the World News Roundup presents accurate eyewitness reports on the big news stories of the day. The World News Roundup puts you in touch with the great news capitals while you breakfast or drive to work. Start each day fully informed. Hear these reports direct from where the news is happening, as most of these same stations bring you the World News Roundup. At the top of the day or late in the evening, hear all the news on CBS Radio. Now, starring John Dehner, this is the story of J.B. Kendall, Frontier Gentleman.
I was on my way to the South Pass district. We were driving through Little Snake Country when the stagecoach in which I was riding developed a hot box. That is to say, one of the wheels, through lack of grease, had clogged and would no longer turn. The axle became red hot. And so when we limped into the next stage station, there was no choice but to wait for repairs, a matter of 2 or 3 hours. I decided to rent a horse and was told by the attendant that if I rode down to the river, I should pay my respects to Nebraska Jack.
Yes, sir. Now, if I was a stranger in these parts, I'd sure want to amble down and make his acquaintance.
What does he do?
Do? He don't do nothing right now, except sit around and take his ease. It's what he did that counts, mister. Old Jack. Ain't nothing much he can't tell you about the opening up of this country. That is, if he feels like it. Now, if I was you, I'd buy me a bottle of gut warmer and take it on down to him. Best way I know to loosen up his talking talents.
Oh? Well, do you happen to know where I could
So
find...
happens I got a couple of bottles right here. Yeah, old Jack's favorite brand. Never drinks nothing else. I reckon he's about due for a refill. He'll take it real kindly, mister.
How much?
$3.
$3? Oh, yeah, $3.
And $1 for the horse, $30 for the saddle. Don't care about the horse, but good saddles is hard to come by. Of course, you get the $30 back when you bring in the saddle.
I see.
Yes, sir. Now, you come out back, I'll get you fixed up.
Well, how do I find this place?
Ain't nothing to it. Just follow the wagon road till you come to a sign saying Nebraska Jack's place, keep out. Here's a trail right down to the river. You can't miss it. Ah, here's a mighty fine little horse. Ain't got nothing to worry about with him. Get you there and get you back.
He's just a bit sway-backed, wouldn't you say?
Him? Shucks, no. That's just the way he's made. That there's a real clear-footed rocking chair critter. He give you any trouble, though, you just lay your quirt on his get-up end. He'll do just fine. Just fine.
As it turned out, my suspicions were correct. The clear-footed, gentle critter turned out to be what my friend Shorthorn Tom would have called, among other things, a whey-bellied stump-sucker. The animal managed to stumble in every gopher hole and over every rock on the trail. In fact, he sought them out. I followed the wagon road until I reached the sign reading, Nebraska Jack's place, keep out. Then I turned off onto the river trail. I had gone about 300 yards when...
Get that cowhawk turned head off my land and you with it before I unravel you.
It's Nebraska Jack, isn't it?
You're darn right. Can't you read the sign back yonder?
Yes.
Next one, I'm going to shoot through the water barrel and drown you.
Now, wait. I brought you some whiskey.
Oh, let's see it.
Here.
You keep that bottle in sight. I'm riding this way slow, slow and easy.
Now, get a move on you.
That's close enough.
Oh.
Stop right there. I seen you got a gun, Pilgrim. Don't you get itchy to use it. Just throw down that wild mare's milk, you know. Well, now, that's mighty kindly of you, mister. Mighty kindly. You come down from the stage station, did you?
That's right.
I thought so. Ollie Monaghan, he sent you over, huh?
I didn't catch his name. It was the station attendant.
Ollie. Oh, that's who it was. Every once in a while, he sends along some young greener fella like you. Come out to see the wild and woolly West. Sends him over to see old Nebraska Jack. If I'm around, I usually throw some hot lead. Kind of makes them feel they're living dangers. Yeah, I scared one fella so much a couple of months back he lost his horse. Ended up busting his head again at that tree over yonder.
Really?
Fact, I like to die laughing. Come to think of it, he did too. Buried him under the tree. Well, now, you come on and follow me down to my shack. I'll get one of the women folk to rustle you up some grub.
All right. You live here with your family?
Family? Young fella, you ain't never seen a family in your born days like mine.
Big?
Big? Oh, I lost count 2 years ago. But near as I can recollect, there's 5 wives and 17 young'uns. Or maybe it's 18 by now. One of the women's fixing to drop a calf any minute. I hope it's a boy this time. Last 4 have been little calicos. Come on, let's go have a look-see.
Nebraska Jack was a man of at least 70. Although not very tall, he still possessed the physique of a much younger man. His hair was long and white, and a fine, curly beard covered most of his face. He led me to what he called his shack. In actuality, it was more like a blockhouse, which stood 3 stories high. Situated on a rise above the river, it was quite an imposing sight. At the river's edge, I noticed a half a dozen or more naked children of varying ages. They saw him, waved happily, and went back to their play in the water.
You can tie the horse up here.
Right?
Rose! Oh, Rosie! We got company. Put on the coffee. I'd offer you a drink, but I ain't got more than enough for myself. Besides, a fella your age don't want nothing to do with whiskey. Just rot your stomach clean through. You don't have to say nothing to Rosie about me drinking.
Oh, no, of course not.
Mister, you sure are polite. Are you a territorial senator or something?
No. Newspaper correspondent. Name's J.B. Kendall.
Oh, that's so. Just go ahead in. That's my room through there.
Did you build this place yourself, Jack?
Me and the older boys finished it last year. Of course, the family keeps it growing. I'll have to be adding, I guess. Go ahead, sit shut, Kendall.
Thank you.
That's newspaper correspondent, huh? English, ain't you?
Yeah.
I thought so, yeah. Say, ever heard of an English writer feller called Ruxton?
Oh, yes.
He was up in these parts years back. Oh, I seen him. Nice fella. Of course, there was mostly Indians around here then. You know, you could go a year and not see a white man.
Were you born in the West?
No, I come out from Ohio when I was 12. And since then, I done and seen just about everything a man can in his natural life.
I'd like to hear about it.
Oh, you got a week?
No, only an hour or so, I'm afraid. No, I've got to catch the Rock Springs stage.
Well, I'll just kind of wipe the brush over it. I've been a trader, prospector, guide, scout. I freighted and trapped with Jim Bridger. You heard of Jim Bridger, ain't you?
Oh, I should say so.
And I used to run a ferry across the Green River on the Oregon Trail. I killed Indians and white men. I still got 2 bullets in my leg and a piece of Ute arrow in my backside. Well, along about 15 years ago, I was getting on past 60. I figured it was time to settle down, get me a wife. Trouble was, I'd lived the way of the Indians so long, I felt more like them than my own kind. So I up and married one. Oh, fine woman.
But I thought you said that you had 5 wives, wasn't it?
And that's right, but I didn't wed up with them all at once. First wife, she was Arapaho Nellie. She got kind of lonesome for woman company, so her cousin come to visit her. That was Mary. That was the second wife. Then there was Piney and Mandy and Rosie. 2 Shoshone, 1 Ute.
And they all get on together?
Well, sure. Ain't no reason why they shouldn't.
Coffee in Nebraska.
Well, that's just fine. Kendall, I want you to meet Rosie. This here's J.B. Kendall, Rosie.
Mrs. Nebraska?
Say, now, I plumb forgot, Rosie. How's Piney doing, huh? She calved yet?
I told you before, Nebraska, no talk like that. Piney have baby.
Oh, yeah. Well, she have baby yet?
No, soon.
Oh.
Maybe tonight.
Where's Nellie?
She downriver looking to your trap line.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What about Mary?
Nebraska, you getting old in the head. You disremember everything. You send Mary and Mandy to fetch in sheep.
That's something I clean forgot.
Nebraska.
Huh?
Let me smell breath. Whiskey! Where you hide it?
No, Rosie. No, Rosie.
I find. This Kendall. He bring it?
Well,
No whiskey. How many times I tell you? No whiskey. He drink one of these days. He cash in his chips. No whiskey, Nebraska. You hear?
Yes, ma'am.
This Kendall. He stay for grub.
No. Thank you very much. I'll have to be going.
Oh, now, you don't have to do that. Why, Rosie here, she fixes the best chuck you ever said it to.
No, really, the coach.
You got your baggage up there at the stage station?
Yes, and...
Well, shucks, I'll get one of the boys to bring it down for you. You take the next coach out tomorrow. Sure, you stay overnight. Oh, wait, we got plenty of room.
Well, it's very kind of you.
Did you hear that, Rosie? Don't he talk just fine, real educated. Now, you send one of the boys in, Little Jack.
Little Jack plucking chickens. What you want with him?
What about Ben?
Ben cutting wood. Joe catching fish. Mary's Pete building dam. Nellie's Pete helping.
All right, I guess I'll just have to do it myself then.
Do what?
Go with Kendall up to the stage station and fetch in his baggage.
Oh, no. I know what happens. You go to station, that Ollie Monaghan. He sell you whiskey. Oh, no.
Rosie, it ain't so, I swear. Kendall.
Oh, no.
Kendall, you wouldn't even let me smell the bottle, now would you?
Oh, no.
Well, I'm sure that...
There, you see? Now, Kendall here, he's English, and when he gives his word, Rosie. You ain't got a thing to worry about.
Oh, no. Kendall go to station himself fetch baggage. You stay here, Nebraska.
Why, you can't ask a guest to do that, Rosie. It ain't hospitable.
There's no trouble. I don't mind in the least.
What do you figure he's going to say about us in his newspaper? We make him go fetch baggage his own self.
Don't matter what he say. I know read anyhow.
Now, you hold on, woman. I got patience, but I tell you, it's thinning fast. I'm the head man in this here house, and I'm telling you, I'm a-going with Kendall to fetch his baggage.
You go to station, get drunk.
Who says
When you come back, you'll be sorry.
Who says I'm going to get drunk?
Tonight, wife Piney having baby.
All right. Me and Kendall will be back before dark.
You remember what I tell you, Nebraska. This is last time. You drink whiskey. You no have womans. You no have kids. You no have nothing.
Although I tried to dissuade him, Nebraska Jack insisted upon accompanying me. He must have known what was in my mind, because by the time he had saddled up his horse, shown me a shortcut which took us 5 miles out of our way to the stage station, my coach, bound for the South Pass district, had already gone. We went into the waiting room.
Well, that's the way things, see. Something told me there was a deceitful thought in your eye. Yes, sir. You was going to take off in that there coach and leave me high and dry down to the river, now wasn't you, Kendall?
I must admit the thought did cross my mind.
I figured, so you know what I done? I made you miss your coach. That's what I done. Hey, Ollie!
Yeah?
It's Nebraska Jack.
Right in, Jack.
Yes, sir. Now, where's he keep that whiskey, anyway?
Jack, why did you want me to miss my coach?
Why? Well, I'll tell you. As long as I'm with you, I'm safe.
Safe?
Well, that's what I say, boy. Because when I start in bending an elbow, there's no telling what happens. Sometimes I just get plumb sleepy, and other times, well, sir, I just go on the warpath. Ain't no sense to it, but I'm like to get mad as a bear with 2 cubs and a sore tail.
Yes, but I still don't understand what I've got to do with it.
Well, you heard what Rosie said. If I come home drunk, you heard.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to just let you keep an eye on me. You're going to hold me down. And as soon as you calculate I've had enough, you're going to take me on home before I get drunk.
What happens if you don't want to go?
Well, don't matter what I want. You got to make me. You heard what she said. Now, you give me your word. You'll do it?
All right.
Howdy, Nebraska. Ain't seen you for a spell.
Howdy, Ollie. Say, my friend here, he wants to buy a bottle of your red eye.
Well, sure. How's the wives, Nebraska?
Oh, fair.
And the kids?
Oh, they're just fine. Oh, keep it in the safe now, huh?
That's right. Only 2 bottles left, Nebraska. You want them both?
And I guess what? You figured, Kendall?
Frankly, no.
You just put it to the side, Ollie. We'll start with 1.
Sure, Nebraska. Oh, that'll be $4 each, mister.
4? The last bottle was only 3.
Yeah, but this one is 2 weeks aged. Best in the house. Wait a minute, Nebraska. I'll get some mugs. No sense you drinking alone.
Sure. But don't you give none to Kendall. He's too young to guzzle. Besides, he's promised to get me home sober. And that's just what he's going to do. Ain't that so, Kendall?
Wherever the Red Cross serves, you serve too. You help the family whose home is lost by flood. The young soldier far away from home, the housewife learning home nursing, the youngster who wants to swim. Yes, wherever the Red Cross serves, you serve too. Support your Red Cross. Contribute to the Red Cross for members and funds. Answer the call. Join and serve.
Exactly 1 hour later, Nebraska Jack and Ollie Monaghan had demolished 1 bottle of what must have been the most violent whiskey in Wyoming territory. Monaghan had almost completely lost his voice and was trying to sing a song that he swore his mother had taught him. I found the words were somewhat obscure. Nebraska Jack had a peculiar gleam in his eye and was viewing the other whiskey bottle with great interest. It stood on the table beside my elbow.
Are you married, Kendall?
No.
I'm married, Kendall. I taught them to talk English. It's the worst thing I ever done. Now they think like a white woman. Ooh, that's worse yet. Let's open the other bottle.
No.
Well, you don't trust me. You think I'm going to get drunk?
You are drunk.
Oh, well, that is a lie.
Nebraska, you know what your wife said would happen this time.
I'm going to tell you something about my wife, Rosie. Oh, she's the worst. I'm going to go home and I'm going to scalp her. Right now, I'm going to scalp her.
If you want my opinion, she'll end up scalping you. They all will.
Rosie's a Ute. Yeah, I got a piece of Ute arrow on my backside. Never trust a Ute. They want to ruin your life.
What about the others?
Oh, they're all right. Nellie, Mary, Amanda, Piney. But that Rosie ain't fitting for a woman to be so mean. You hear how she talks to me? Oh, give me that bottle of whiskey.
Nope.
I get through with you. Your kin won't be knowing you from fresh hides. Now, come on, give me that bottle.
Don't you want to be able to see your new son?
What new son?
Piney. She's going to have her baby tonight.
Oh. You know, Kendall, I'm bad news. I ain't even worth stomping on. Fact. Ain't right for a father to carry on so. All them kids at home, no pa to set 'em on the right trail. All them good wives a fixin' and a fussin' over me. Ooh, I'm just a no-good walking whiskey vat. How's about a drink, partner?
Sorry.
He's my pal, see? Partner. Oh, not you sidewinder. You trying to get me drunk? I got me a home with all them fine wives and kids. You know, Rosie will make 'em all pull stakes. She's you, she'll just do it.
Come on, Jack. I'll take you home. You can sober up on the way.
No, it ain't no use. New baby won't be no boy. It'll be a girl, another girl, sure as you're alive. That'll make 5 girls in 3 years. No, sir, fellas, I ain't the man I used to be. I might as well get drunk. Open up the bottle, Bart. Open her up, Kendall.
No.
Now, don't you go getting me frothy, mister.
I don't particularly care if you foam at the mouth. I made you a promise, and I intend to keep it. Although I have no idea why I should. You are going home.
I'm telling you, give me that bottle. And if you don't, I'm going to wrap your arms about your neck and give you the strangled.
Hang up his eye, Nebraska. Clear his plow.
Now, you, my friend, are a bad influence. Go away. All right, Jack. Come on.
You shouldn't have done that, boy. You're itching for trouble. I'm going to have to whittle you down a mite. Come on, draw.
I'm not going to fight you, Jack.
Draw, you sniveling long-eared wood pussy! I'm giving you a chance to fill your hand. And if you don't do it, I'm going to shoot you down like a sick coyote.
I won't draw.
Come on.
No, go on, shoot.
Say your prayers.
Pop! Mama Rosie says if you ain't drunk, you got to come home right away because Mama Piney give us a new baby brother. And if you air drunk, then you stay out of the way or she'll take an axe to you.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
A boy. That's what she said, wasn't it?
That's what she said.
A boy. Now, that surely is a something.
You better go home and see your son, Jack.
Yeah, I reckon so. Say, you figure me for a pretty big fool, huh?
I think it'd be an idea if you put away the gun.
You know, I'm just an alkalized old man who ain't got the sense I was born with. But at least I'm getting sober mighty quick.
That's good.
You know, I'd take it as a kindness if you'd ride with me.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I ain't saying I blame you, but it'll be a pleasure to have you see the new one.
Well, if I won't be in the way...
In the way? Mister with 5 women and 18 kids, how are you going to be in the way? Go on, let's go.
Nebraska Jack was completely sober by the time we arrived. The newcomer was of incredible size, weighing, I should judge, at least 14 pounds. The image of his father, with a thatch of curly black hair and a pair of immense lungs. His bellowing lasted far into the night. However, I was able to forgive him, considering his parents had done me the honor of naming him J.B. Kendall.
Frontier Gentleman was written, produced, and directed by Anthony Ellis and stars John Dehner as J.B. Kendall. Featured in the cast were Joseph Kearns, Jack Moyles, and Virginia Gregg. Join us again next week for another report from the Frontier Gentleman. Bud Sewell speaking.
"68 years ago, August 3rd, 1958, Frontier Gentleman here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We're going to go back 72 years in a moment and check in on Barrie Craig, Confidential Investigator.
Beacons brings their moving prices down. Beacons has the lowest cost in town. We cost you less cause we move you faster. Every man is a moving master. We're the best train moving men around.
Did you ever see a Beacons man at work? That's poetry in moving.
Beacons brings their moving prices down. Yeah. Beacons.
Now there are no local moving rates lower than Beacons.
Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues now. William Gargan as Barrie Craig Confidential Investigator from 72 years ago, August 3rd, 1954, for Love of Murder.
William Gargan stars as Barrie Craig, Confidential Investigator.
Anti-noise ordinances are fine and dandy. Makes living a lot more serene. But how can you legislate against the really disturbing noises, folks? The noises in your head, that would be.
The National Broadcasting Company presents William Gargan in another transcribed drama of mystery and adventure with America's #1 detective, Barrie Craig, Confidential Investigator.
Barrie Craig speaking. The footwork a confidential cop puts in isn't always paid mileage. Some of it's for free in the public weal and welfare. Like a trip I took to the Tombs one day to see an inmate named Maxie Potter. I'd gotten a begging letter from Maxie. Could sweet charity move me to hurry to his side? End quote. Having a pint or so of the milk of human kindness in me, I complied. I found Maxie sitting on the edge of his cot. His eyes lit up like 100-watt bulbs when he saw me.
Barrie Craig?
That's me.
Oh, you got a heart.
And you've got a nerve.
Just for asking you to come?
For confusing me with the Legal Aid Society.
What's wrong with helping people?
Starvation. I don't get paid. No cream in my farina.
I'll tell you what. I'll owe you your expenses.
The road to hunger is paved with bad debt.
Oh, shades of Mrs. O'Houlihan.
Mrs. O'Houlihan.
My teacher in continuation school. That saying you said, she used to say it.
But it made no impression on you.
No. What I went for was, it's blessed to receive.
And so you wrote to me.
And so you're here.
Now, what do you want?
For you to get me out.
I never engineer prison breaks.
Bail. Put up the bail.
How much?
$500.
Dollars?
Sure, dollars.
Well, I haven't got it.
Well, Uncle Real Estate, then. They'll take that for bail.
I've only got a cemetery plot.
See, now, wait. You're a citizen in good standing?
Opinions divided on that.
Well, Judge Ferganza, he'll let me out on your what's the word I'm trying for?
Recognizance.
Yeah, on your, well, will you?
You've sure got a cheek.
I got troubles. I share 'em. I'm not proud.
What's the charge against you?
Assault, 3rd degree, hardly nothing.
Who'd you hit?
Randy Lomax, the talent agent. You might have heard of him?
Everybody has.
He's been promoting my girl, feeding her baloney about how he's going to make her a big star. I lost my head. I hit him.
What with?
A brick. But that's between us. In court, I'm denying it.
Maxie had an appeal for me. He was pure Damon Runyon. I arranged his freedom on my recognizance. When that was done, I bought him a hamburger and coffee.
Hey, reach me the relish once more, huh?
You've just about demolished the jar.
There's vitamins in relish. Besides, it's on the house.
Relish?
Man, you're sure a friend.
And you're such a leech.
Sadie, my girl, Sadie Sachs, we've been keeping company for 6 years. It's a long engagement, but Sadie likes long engagements. We had plans, the two of us. Raise rabbits and grapes soon as we got $2,000 saved.
$2,000 saved?
To buy a certain going business over in Jersey. Sadie and me, the two of us, we worked in the Blue City distillery.
In a distillery?
Bottle washers, both of us.
Oh.
I made 60, Sadie made 40. Anyhow, everything was hunky-dory.
Until Randy Lomax came along.
Yeah, one fine day, the rat. He saw Sadie in the fun house at Atlantic City. He followed her around to the Ferris wheel and the Wax Museum.
Couldn't let Sadie out of his sight.
She had $1 million legs. He kept writing that down, passing notes to her. All this behind my back.
Please continue.
You try and stop me. Then Sadie wrote out a telephone number and passed it to him.
Still behind your back?
Oh, I had a couple of beers. I was blind. Anyhow, they met next day, and Lomax sold Sadie a bill of goods. Would she be a model? And did she have theatrical ambition?
To which Sadie said, yay, brother.
Well, what girl ain't conceited? That's the story, anyhow. Sadie signed up with Lomax. He gave her a new name, Paula Paloma. From a dirty blonde, he made her jet black so he could pass her off as Spanish. What a name. Paula Paloma.
Which brings us to your fight with Lomax.
He told Sadie to give me the brush. I was wrong for her future. I was a slob, and she was now imported stuff. The rest I told you. I met Lomax, I beaned him, I got locked up.
I bailed you out.
Now you go see Lomax and get him to drop the charges. Here, now, wait a minute. Wait till I write something out. Okay. It's written. Here.
A note?
Read it. It's an IOU. I don't want you doing too much for nothing.
Talent agent Randy Lomax looked like his black Homburg had grown out of his skull. He was wearing it when I called on him. And what made that so remarkable? The guy was in his pajamas.
All right. I withdraw the assault charge against Maxie Potter on one condition.
Name it.
Maxie jumps off a high building.
You want him dead?
Dead. Or far, far away. Craig, tell you what.
What?
Maxie settles down in the Congo. Permanently. He signs a stipulation to the fact that it is permanent.
Otherwise?
I'll prosecute him to the limit.
Such seething hatred for Maxie. Why?
He's a pest, a menace, a loudmouth, a jerk, and lunatic.
You cost him a girl he was planning to marry.
That's Maxie's hallucination. You go ask Paula Paloma her point of view on Maxie.
Alias Paula Paloma. She's Sadie Sachs.
Look, forget the name Sadie Sachs.
Oh, the public.
We spent thousands advertising the name Paula Paloma.
Paula Paloma from Madrid, Spain.
That's her origin. Her mother was a royal countess. Her father was a fabulous
Her
industrialist.
boyfriend was Maxie Potter of Jersey City.
You deliberately trying to aggravate me.
I came here representing Maxie.
Maxie. Yeah. Let me show you the type of character you got for a client. I had a private detective draw me a diagram of Maxie. A report, Maxie's background, where he came from, why he gets in my hair. How come one man can be so crazy? Here. Cast an eye over this line on a 2-page report.
1949. The Inwood Home. 6 months.
Yeah, the Inwood Home is a sanitarium in Ohio. Maxie's punch drunk. Craig, on my advice, dump Maxie in the North River.
Besides crowning you with a milk bottle in an impetuous moment, what other specific grievance have you against Maxie?
He insults me on the streets. Language that makes my spine crawl. He hires children to throw garbage at me when I pass. And look, in a public restaurant, in front of 100 show people. Show people? My bread and butter, mind you. Maxie pours a plate of soup on my head.
What kind of soup?
Noodle soup. Limp noodles hanging from my brow like Excelsior on a Christmas tree. Have I got specific grievances?
Sounds like it.
It's not all so comical. I'm made ridiculous. But I'm also in mortal danger.
How's that?
Threats to kill me.
Threats in what form?
The cowardly form only Punchy Maxie could use. Here, these.
Cartridges. Low caliber.
Low, high, medium. They mean murder. I find them everywhere. On my office desk, on the dining table. They come in the mail. A bullet to a letter. Craig, I'm being hounded into fear and insanity.
Why do you only suspect Maxie?
I got reasons.
Well, let me hear.
All right. These cartridges. They've been identified for me as belonging to Maxie.
Identified by whom?
Paula Paloma.
Sadie Sachs.
Craig, again, I beg you, please forget her other name.
I checked Maxie's mental condition with Paula Paloma. Was he ever actually confined to a sanitarium?
In the time we were going together twice.
I see. You identified certain cartridges.
Lomax told you, huh?
Lomax did. Why do you say they were Maxie's?
Because I saw the identical ones in Maxie's room at least 50 times. He kept them in a candy jar on his mantelpiece.
Why would Maxie keep cartridges in a candy jar?
Ask Maxie why.
Could Maxie kill Lomax?
Anybody could kill anybody. It's a free country, haven't you heard?
Name somebody besides Maxie who has it in for Lomax.
Daisy?
Who's Daisy?
Lomax's wife. Used to be, I mean. There's a saying, there's no fury... no fury...
Like a woman scorned.
That's Daisy. A woman scorned. She'd kill Lomax in a flash.
Other enemies of the great man?
People. A man with Lomax's lust for power must make enemies of the little people.
How do you feel about Lomax?
I worship the ground. He's my good angel, my hero. He took me out of a $40 job as bottle washer.
And made you the toast of New York.
In one short year, I've got furs, a French maid, a Belgian wolfhound, and a bank account. Love that Lomax.
Why don't you tell Maxie you were never serious with him, so he'll stop having delusions and stop bothering Lomax?
Stop bothering Lomax and start bothering me. Better he should bother Lomax. Lomax can take it, I can't. Positively not.
That evening, my client Maxie made no bones about being a little on the weird side.
Sure, I'm spooky. I ever say I wasn't?
No, not in so many words.
Why you looking shocked, Craig?
Well, the fact is, I had you characterized as whimsical, sort of a colorful screwball.
So now you know different.
So you ever get really violent, Maxie?
Every so often. The other day, I bit the ear off the dog.
Why?
The mutt was annoying me, jumping on and off my lap so I couldn't read the racing form. Was I justified?
Maxie.
What?
I don't want to be a fair-weather friend, but...
Hey, you're not edging up to ask me to go back to the tombs.
Well, on the loose like this, I'm responsible for you.
So I ain't behaving?
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
How about the cartridges you keep bombarding Lomax with?
Oh, you, know about them, huh?
I know about them.
Well, quit doing it, okay? I don't need to be doing it anymore anyhow.
What does that mean?
Well, I did it to scare Lomax, but Lomax won't scare anymore. Not the way he is.
The way he is? Well, what does that mean?
It means I had a dream just right after lunch. I dropped off for a snooze, a few fast winks. Anyhow, I had a dream about Lomax. I always dream after pastrami and gherkins. Gherkins is what they call pickles.
Yeah. Well, what did you dream about Lomax?
That he was sleeping like me. Only he wasn't dreaming. Couldn't dream even if he wanted to. Not with all that lead in him.
You dreamed Lomax was dead?
Yeah, in his parlor. His head on the floor and his feet up on the sofa. An upside-down position. A comical look to him. Hey, where you going?
Telephone, Lomax. I want to know if you were only dreaming, client.
You're wasting time, Craig. How can a stiff get up to answer the telephone?
Maxie, get your hat. We're both paying Lomax to call.
Sure. Oh, but hey, on the way, let's stop off at a florist, huh? I want to blow $10 on a wreath for Lomax.
I soon discovered that Maxie had uncanny powers of prophecy and divination.
Get off the buzzer. Lomax can't hear it.
Door's locked.
Give it your shoulder.
I'll have to, I guess.
Some light on the subject, huh? Well, is it like I dreamed?
Yeah. Only there's a discrepancy.
What?
You said feet on the sofa and head off.
Yeah, I said.
All of Lomax is on the floor.
Hey, what do you expect from a dream? 100% accuracy?
Oh. Shot through the neck.
And down there, in the ribs.
Maxie, did you do it?
I wished I had.
You may wish you hadn't.
I was asleep in the room, I told you, dreaming. Hey, you gonna cause trouble for me?
I should have my head examined for bailing you out of the tombs.
Do that, why don't you? I'm for examining heads, like teeth. Why is a head any different than a tooth, huh?
Maxie, right off, I'm handing you back to whence I got you.
Right off? Take care of Lomax first, huh? He's dead. Show some respect.
With my number one suspect back where I found him, the tombs, I held the crying towel for Sadie Sachs. That is, Paula Paloma.
I'm finished. Through. Everything was going good, and now I'm finished. Through.
So was Lomax finished through.
I'll be back washing bottles. Oh, I knew in my heart my good luck was too good to last.
Lomax's death doesn't necessarily put the kibosh on your career.
Lomax was my career. I'm his invention, his creation. Without him, I'm nobody. Boy, consider what the man did for me.
I've seen the billboards.
He got me elected Miss Gooseberry Pie of 1954, Miss Bottle Drink, and the girl most likely to...
Most likely what?
Oh, I forgot. I'm destroyed. Utterly destroyed. I'm a battleship at sea without an engine. Oh, that Maxie.
Nothing points conclusively to Maxie. That ex-wife of Lomax's.
Daisy.
Do I remember your saying she had it in for him?
She hated him. Everybody on Broadway knows that.
Well, we're off Broadway. Where can I find Daisy?
Stand on any corner and holler. She'll come running. Look, I want to cry myself to death, so stop asking me questions and go away, huh?
I found Daisy behind a beaded curtain. The Chop Suey parlor in Bath Beach, Brooklyn. She was running the joint. A middle-aged lady middleweight with a peroxide bleach and a washed-up look.
So Lomax is dead. So I'm heartbroken. I tell you what, mister. Out of sentiment to my ex, I'll hang a dish rag at half-mast.
What's your burning gripe against your late ex-husband?
I could fill an encyclopedia.
Fill one page.
Girls. Girls and girls. I was a wife always competing with proteges.
But that was Lomax's business, finding talent and building them up to fat contract status.
While Lomax was building up his discoveries, he was building me down, burying me.
You were neglected.
I had to hand Lomax my card so to remember who I was. Nights when he'd come home, he'd hand me his. And a tip. He had me confused with a hat check girl.
Who divorced who?
Me. He sneaked it in through Mexico. I was too demoralized to fight him. He bought me this chop suey parlor so I wouldn't be an alimony load.
Looks like a nice little business.
You don't have to be polite. I net $50 a week, clear. I'm lucky. When I was Mrs. Lomax, I spent $50 a day on cologne.
Life makes changes.
Yeah. Ha! And it just did for Lomax. He'll turn over in his grave.
What does that mean?
That phony baloney Mexican divorce. I was never notified. I never agreed to it. I never signed nothing. Tomorrow I'm calling up Greenspan and Kilroy. They're my lawyers. I'm ordering them to move to have the divorce canceled. Junked.
Why would you want to resume being Mrs. Lomax?
Guess.
To be his legal widow, huh?
To get my dowry rights in his estate.
Smart. It all kind of brings you under suspicion.
How so?
If you can turn death to profit, that underlines a motive for murder.
So it underlines, so I'm laughing. Do you want a real suspect?
I do?
Shipley. Harry Shipley.
Who's he?
Confidential secretary in the Marathon Wonder Enterprises, Incorporated. That's Lomax's company. There was bad blood between Shipley and Lomax.
Then why would Lomax keep Shipley on?
I was never sure. Something Shipley had on Lomax and vice versa, something Lomax had on Shipley. You never knew Lomax. Nobody did. He was always underhanded. Nothing with Lomax was ever clean cut out in the open. When's Lomax's funeral?
The police will release the body for burial tonight. The funeral's tomorrow at 10 a.m.
I'll be there. As his legal widow. You be there, too, and watch Shipley. Never mind Lomax in his coffin, just watch Shipley. Watch him and you'll see a happy man. Happy because Lomax is dead.
I hadn't exactly planned on attending the funeral.
Attend! This funeral will be good for you.
How so?
Perk you up, forget your troubles, make you glad to be alive. Simply delighted.
At funerals, sometimes the skies smile. Other times they don't. Thunderbursts, rain in buckets. The skies weren't smiling a bit. But Shipley was. Grins as wide as a poster advertising a Coney Island funhouse. I'd seen guys smile before. Sweepstakes winners, fathers of quintuplets. DiMaggio when he married La Monroe. Never in my life before had I seen a smile as big as the one on Shipley's kisser. There was no eulogy at Lomax's grave, like nobody had a good word to say about him. Later, in a tavern a stone's throw from the cemetery gates, Shipley let on he didn't either have a good word to say about his late boss, Lomax.
As long as you're buying drinks, Mr. Craig.
Hey, bartender, another orangeade for my friend. You were saying, Shipley?
Rotten egg, that Lomax. Money was his god.
What did he have on you? Come on, Daisy told me a few things.
I owed him money.
You owed the till, you mean, huh? You did a little embezzling? How much did you borrow from Lomax and all?
$22,000.
Why didn't he can you, or jail you, or both?
Well, I had knowledge that was disadvantageous to Lomax.
What? Come on, talk up, Shipley. I'm trying to satisfy myself that you didn't murder Lomax.
Income tax evasion. As confidential secretary, I knew the truth about Lomax's books.
Yes, you would. Shipley.
Yeah?
Take me to the offices of Marathon Wonder Enterprises. Show me Lomax's books and stuff, huh?
Well...
It's all on my responsibility, Shipley. You're doing it involuntarily. I'm making you do it. Anybody asks you, that's your excuse. I'm the beast, forcing you to be unethical toward a dead boss. Let's go. After 4 hours of snooping at the Marathon Wonder Enterprises, I got to know Lomax's business so intimately it would send a chill through Lomax. If he were alive, that is.
I've done my very best to acquaint you.
You've been a real help. Lucrative racket, Lomax's.
His estate, when audited, will easily total $1 million.
Well, all for talent scouting.
Ownership of talent. Lomax wasn't only a 10%er.
No, he wasn't. That much became clear tonight. He signed talent to 10-year contracts with renewal options on lopsided terms. Lopsided in favor of Lomax.
Mm-hmm. One Lomax property, the actor Baxter Burroughs, now with Clinton Pictures, made more than $250,000 in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I read those figures.
Had Lomax lived, he was certain to make an equivalent or greater sum through Paula Paloma.
Sadie Sachs. Let's see that letter again, huh?
Yeah, here you are.
From the Mecca Elwyn Bayer Motion Picture Company.
A firm offer of a 7-year contract to Paula Paloma.
At $4,000 a week, scaling upwards every year.
I'd say that's the best contract offer Lomax ever received for any talent he represented.
$4,000 a week with Lomax in for half.
Half plus certain expenses. Lomax was a genius at adding expenses. The 50% generally became closer to 70.
Bad time to die, with money coming at him from all sides. Thanks, Shipley. It's been enlightening.
Wait, Mr. Craig.
What?
The money I borrowed from Lomax, I've been repaying it so much a week for years now.
How much still outstanding?
Oh, a relatively small sum, really negligible.
Then I guess you've got nothing to worry about, Shipley.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
Daisy, Maxie, Shipley, Paula. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, who done it? Maxie tried to simplify the guesswork for me. He tossed a bombshell at me through Paula.
Read this.
Love letter from an admirer?
From Maxie in the Tombs, a human document. Mr. Craig, it's the cry of a tortured soul.
Dear Sadie. Well, very interesting stuff.
So what do you think?
Maxie himself write this?
It's Maxie's handwriting. Well, say something.
It's a little incredible. In the letter, Maxie apologizes to you for murdering Lomax.
He cost me a dear friend and advisor. Now Maxie's sorry.
If true, this amounts to a confession.
If true? Why shouldn't it be true? It's Maxie's own statement, his own words. Nobody forced him.
Maxie being Maxie, you can't blame me for taking him with a box of salt, huh? Wrap the body beautiful in the mink doll. We're paying a formal visit to Maxie. We found Maxie dining on caviar and chopped onions.
All the eating's good in here.
Caviar on the prison menu?
A Ladies' Benevolent Society come through. They give me this caviar and a cigar. Oh, hey, I forgot. How you, Sadie?
The name's Paula.
This letter you sent Paula. Still stand by what it says, Maxie?
Yeah, sure. So I murdered Lomax. What can they do to me?
Fry you.
Like fish. Am I responsible for what I do?
Aren't you?
I got a record that says I ain't.
So you figure to beat the rap by pleading insanity?
Insanity for the time being. Only while I shot Lomax. All of a sudden, I blanked out. When I come to, it was Lomax dead on the floor and a smoking gun in my hand.
Where's the gun?
But forget, I threw it away someplace.
Nice try, Maxie. It proves something.
Proves what?
That knighthood is still in flower for a price.
A price?
Whatever Paula here promised you for taking the heat off her.
Paula promised?
Hey, what kind of booby talk? Mr. Craig, I must say I resent the insinuation.
Not insinuation, doll. Accusation.
You're accusing me?
Of getting Maxie to take the chance of a temporary insanity plea for a murder you did.
Craig, you're more gone than me. Why would Sadie here, excuse me, Paula, why would Paula here want to knock off Lomax, the best friend she had?
For money. To recover 100% of herself. Paula.
What?
Your $1 million future with the movies. How much of a piece did Lomax have? I mean, while he was alive.
Well, the usual 10%.
Lomax wasn't a 10%er.
I mean, half.
Half plus. Expenses off the top. For the build-up he gave you. Quite a bill there. Lomax knew how to run up astronomical figures. The way I calculated it in Lomax's office a few hours ago, you'd be working years for Lomax. All for Lomax, very little for you. You'd have a showcase, Lomax would keep all the marbles. How did a sensitive young lady of your refinement bring herself to shoot a man down in cold blood?
All of a sudden, Sadie blanked out. When she come to, there was Lomax dead.
It was a pleasure shooting Lomax, a regular picnic. Lomax had it all fixed for me to be his slave. Well, I'm nobody's slave.
You'll tell your story, Sadie, how you killed a rat and a conniver who came between us. The judge will bawl like a kid. The jury won't even go out. Not guilty, Sadie. That's a verdict for sure.
Suppose you two stay here and make plans. I've got to see a man about a murder.
Mr. Craig, you're not leaving me here.
Oh, an affectionate couple like you and Maxie, made for each other. A housekeeping cell for two. Kids, I don't know a cheaper way for a loving couple to get started in life. So long now. Hey, God, open up.
You have been listening to William Gargan in another exciting transcribed mystery drama from the adventures of Barrie Craig, Confidential Investigator. Tonight's story, For Love of Murder, was written by John Robert. Next week, it's the strange story of Death's Bargain Basement, about which Barrie Craig has this to say.
We call next week's story Death's Bargain Basement. It takes place in a department store because, as you all know, bargain basements are always found in department stores. But so, on occasion, is death. Good night, folks. See you next week.
The National Broadcasting Company has just brought you an NBC Radio Network production with William Gargan, starring as Barrie Craig, Confidential Investigator, directed by Arthur Jacobson. Also heard were Barney Phillips, Tom McKee, Barbara Fuller, Gloria Ann Simpson, and Herb Ellis. Eddie King speaking.
"72 years ago, August 3rd, 1954, Barrie Craig Confidential Investigator, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Coming up on our Tuesday podcast, 3 shows from 1949, Dragnet, Escape, and Casey, Crime Photographer, and we'll also have an episode of Dimension X. On Wednesday, comedy with Milton Berle and Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve, and a couple of episodes of westerns, Gunsmoke and Fort Laramie. On Thursday, Jeff Regan, Investigator, Under Arrest, Boston Blackie, and I Was a Communist with the FBI. On Friday, Peter Lorre, Mystery in the Air, Sam Spade, Howard Duff, also Have Gun Will Travel, and Casey, Crime Photographer. On Saturday, The Chase and Sanborn Hour, Romance, and X-1. On Sunday, Quiet Please, The Thing on the Forble Board, an episode of Dragnet, The Adventures of Frank Merriwell, and Confession. A week from today, we will have for you Lights Out from 1943, another episode of Frontier Gentlemen, Crime and Peter Chambers, and Crime Classics. That's the week ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Up next, Somebody Knows.
Unbelievable. This Aspen sedan has a look that's very European.
Unbelievable.
With so much comfort, it's a pleasure to be in.
Unbelievable.
How rare for a small car to ride with a big car feeling, and most unbelievable of all, Aspen's price is so appealing. Unbelievable.
See the unbelievable Aspen at your Dodge dealers today.
Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues now with the summer series Somebody Knows from 76 years ago, August 3rd, 1950, the Paula Kohler Eubanks murder case.
Suspense, which is heard on Thursday nights at this hour, is taking its customary summer holiday. Suspense returns to the air 4 weeks from now on Thursday, August 31st. Ladies and gentlemen, a $5,000 reward will be offered each week on the program immediately following this announcement.
You out there. You who think you've committed the perfect crime, the perfect murder, and that there are no clues, no witnesses, that your identity is unknown. Listen.
Somebody knows.
Yes, you, wherever you may be, no matter where you're hiding. Somewhere, sometime, someone listening to this program is going to bring you to justice. Yes?
Somebody knows.
The Columbia Broadcasting System presents Somebody Knows, a program conceived in the public interest, dedicated to aiding the forces of law and order in the solution of this nation's unsolved crimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to recreate for you tonight all the known facts in an actual unsolved murder. Somewhere, someone among you's had contact with the killer or killers. Someone whose identity need never be known has seen evidence or possesses information that can lead to the solution of this crime.
In the public interest, the Columbia Broadcasting System offers $5,000 reward for evidence or information leading to the arrest and conviction of the killer in this unsolved murder.
We ask you then to please listen carefully, for you may be the one to win this reward.
Somebody knows.
It may be you. And now we open the files on one of this nation's unsolved murders. It's homicide file number A1-1947 of the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. The unsolved murder of Paula Kohler Eubanks. It is approximately 10:15 in the morning, Thursday, June 26, 1947. Several men are walking along a corridor in Menorah Hospital in Kansas City, Missouri.
At what time was he admitted to the hospital, Doctor?
I would say it was at approximately 7:30, Mr. Kimbrough. He was in need of immediate medical attention, which we gave him. Then, because of the nature of his injuries, we felt the police should be notified.
What about those injuries? Serious?
Well, there are 2 deep lacerations on the right side of the head, and while we're not sure yet, a depressed skull fracture seems indicated.
I see.
Here's his room now. Just about 5 minutes, Mr. Kimbrough. His condition.
I understand, Doctor.
Mr. Mendoza? There are some men here who'd like to ask you a few questions.
Men? Questions?
Yes, Mr. Mendoza. I'm James Kimbrough, prosecutor of Jackson County. These men are Mr. Randall, my assistant, and Detectives Gibson and Miller.
What is it you... Is it about Paula Eubanks?
It is, Mr. Mendoza. Have you any statement for us?
I will tell you everything I know, Mr. Kimbrough.
The statement of the injured man given on the morning of June 26, 1947 at Menorah Hospital, and later in more detail to Lieutenant Charles Welch at the Homicide Bureau in Kansas City, Missouri, contains in part the following information.
My name is Hector Mendoza. I am 22 years of age, single, and live at the YMCA. I came to Kansas City about 1 month ago from Mexico City to obtain employment and learn the American way of tool designing. While staying at the YMCA, I had my meals at the Mayflower Grill, 403.5 East 10th Street. While eating at this cafe, I became acquainted with a waitress named Paula Eubanks. I talked and joked with her on many occasions. On Wednesday, June 25th, I asked her for a date, We made arrangements to meet each other about 8:30 p.m. in Paula's.
On Wednesday evening, June 25th, 1947, Hector Mendoza has his first date with Paula Eubanks. They visit several cafes and taverns, having a gay, pleasant evening, laughing, dancing, and joking. It's about 3:30 a.m. on the morning of Thursday, June 26, 1947, that they return to the Fairfield Hotel at 923 Holmes Street, where Mrs. Eubanks has her apartment.
Would you like to sit out here on the porch and talk for a while, Hector?
You know I would, Polly, if it is not too late for you.
Oh, no. Now everything's been so nice. Here. We can sit down here.
Yes, this will be very nice.
Oh, it's been such a wonderful night, Hector. You're a very good dancer, you know.
How could I be anything else when it was you with whom I was dancing?
There you go again, saying those nice things. You know, I'm going to miss you when you go to New York.
Well, you know I mean them, Polly.
As Paula Eubanks and Hector Mendoza sit on the front porch of the hotel talking, a heavy-set man is walking south on Holmes Street.
There's enough trouble in life.
As he reaches a point opposite the hotel, he turns in, moves up the steps, and onto the porch.
That is why you meant so much to me when you made me feel so much at home here in Kansas City. You're so warm and gay and laughing.
All right, you two. Get up.
The man is standing beside them. The blue steel automatic in his hand is plainly visible.
I said get up.
Better do as he says. Get up.
Now, put your hands up.
All right.
I know you. You're new in town.
Yes, I've been here about 6 months.
Yeah.
Look, my friend, why don't
Stand still.
Do as he tells you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna rob us, take what you want.
Yeah. I know you, fella. What's your name?
Hector Mendoza.
Yeah. I know you, fella. What's your name?
It is Hector Mendoza.
Mendoza remains unconscious for several minutes. When he finally recovers, he staggers weakly to his feet. Paula Eubanks and the man are gone. Mendoza walks down the steps and out to the sidewalk. There, some distance south on Holmes Street, he sees them enter an old coupe. Then the car drives off. It is now 4:15 a.m., the morning of Thursday, June 26, 1947. An old coupe is heading east on Independence Avenue. Near the 6000 block, it approaches an old abandoned city dump. Then it slows and turns abruptly into the driveway leading into the dump. It is now approximately 4:30 a.m., the morning of Thursday, June 26, 1947. In a one-room tin shack about 10 feet square located in the city dump, Clarence Bayless, former caretaker for the city, is sleeping. Then...
What is it? What? Who's there? What are you doing at that door?
Clarence Bayless raises himself up in bed. There's one window in the tin shack. It's about 2 feet square and located in the upper half of the door. The chest and shoulders of a heavy-set man can be seen dimly against the darkness through that window.
I said, what are you doing there?
Keep quiet if you know what's good for you. I got a gun.
Gun?
You heard me, a gun. Take a look at it through the glass. So keep quiet.
What are you doing with the door?
I'm locking you in. Okay. Now remember what I said. Keep quiet, or I'll be back for you.
Clarence Bayless remains in bed quietly, listening. Then, after a while, he hears the dim murmur of voices from somewhere outside the north side of the shack. The low, apparently friendly conversation continues for a short while. Then...
Honey. Honey, no. Honey, don't kill me. Honey, don't kill me.
I'm not going to kill you. I was trying to see if you were still asleep.
Clarence Bayless continues to listen from inside the tin shack. He hears a faint sound as though a scuffle is taking place somewhere. It seems to be coming from an old shed some 5 feet away from Bayless's shack. It lasts a short while, and then stops.
What is it? What do you want now?
I just wanted to see if you were still there, minding your own business.
Yeah, I'm here.
Then see that you stay there. I still got that gun. See it? So stay there and keep on minding your business.
Now 4:45 a.m., the morning of Thursday, June 26, 1947. A truck is driving eastward along Independence Avenue in Kansas City, Missouri. As the truck crosses the tracks of the Kansas City Terminal Railway and approaches the old abandoned city dump, 2 men suddenly run out from an all-night fruit stand across the street. They begin waving frantically at the truck, trying to flag it down.
Hey, stop it! Hey, what's the big idea out there? You want to get killed or something? What's the idea of jumping...
Police! Something happened! Go to the police station down the street and tell them to...
Police station? What's wrong? What happened?
I don't know for sure, but there was a man and a woman. He's nuts or something. He's got a gun. I seen him leave, but not her. She's disappeared. The noise they were
like
making...
Like that, huh?
Maybe...
Okay. I'll get the cops for you.
In just a moment, we'll continue with homicide file number A1-1947 of the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department, the unsolved murder of Paula Kohler Eubanks.
Here's a message for young women who are looking for an interesting and worthwhile career. In order to meet the constantly rising demand for nurses, the nursing profession offers untold opportunities for ambitious, healthy girls who are at least high school graduates. From the time you become a student nurse, you have a chance to work with fine doctors and scientists and to help your fellow men. Inquire at your nearest hospital about how you can become a student nurse. Now back to Somebody Knows and a true case history of an actual murder.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue with the rest of the factual information concerning file number A1-1947 from the records of the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. The unsolved murder of Mrs. Paula Kohler Eubanks.
Remember, $5,000 will be paid for information leading to the arrest and conviction of her killer.
It's approximately 4:50 a.m., the morning of Thursday, June 26, 1947. In response to the truck driver's message, Officers Anderson and McCrary have arrived at the city dump from the Sheffield station in police car 302. Clarence Bayless is leading them back to the shed where the events of the past half hour had taken place.
And by the time I got out, this guy was gone, driving away.
Did you get the license number?
No, like I say, he was already driving away, but I hear these funny noises in this shed next to mine. Here, this one. They were inside. The noises came from here, too.
Okay, we'll look around. Come on, let's see what we find.
Nothing in here but a lot of junk, Bayless. You sure they were inside here?
Yeah, I'm sure. That's where the noises came from.
Well, there's nobody in here now. You're sure that lady didn't leave with her?
No, I tell you, she didn't. I seen through my window. She must be around here somewhere. She must be.
Okay, we'll look around.
For over 10 minutes, Officers Anderson and McCrary searched that junk and debris-filled shed, their flashlights affording the only illumination. And then...
Here, give me a hand with this. I think maybe... Here. Give me a hand.
They start pulling apart a pile of junk at one side of the shed. They removed several tin buckets, a large sheet of plywood some 8 feet square, finally an old automobile seat cushion.
Looks like Bayless was right. The lady didn't leave this shed.
At that same moment at police headquarters, 2 detectives are working the midnight to 8 a.m. Homicide Bureau shift. They're Detectives Wayne Gibson and Isla Miller.
Talk about your quiet nights. This one's really dragging by.
Nothing much happening for a fact, but you never know it.
KGPE, Anderson, car 302. Hello, KGPE.
Car 302, KGPE.
Dead woman, found at dump at Independence Avenue in White.
Dead woman,
What
Independence
were you saying
Avenue
about
in
quiet
White.
nights?
Okay, 302.
Well, a guy can't be right all the time. Let's go.
Detectives Gibson and Miller leave immediately in cruiser number 22 and go to the scene of the crime. Their initial homicide report, as given to Chief of Detectives Frank B. Collins, contains the following information.
On arrival at Independence Avenue in White, Officers Anderson and McQuarrie, car 302, directed us to an old shed which is located on what used to be a city dump. Lying on the floor, we found the victim. She was lying face down. Her face was bloody, and spots of blood were around the body and on the walls of this shed. Lieutenant Welch was notified immediately, also the prosecutor's office.
Within a few minutes after his notification, Lieutenant Charles Welch, head of homicide, arrived at the scene and was fully informed of the situation.
What about the identification, Gibson? None made as yet, Lieutenant.
Well, who's representing the coroner's office?
Deputy Coroner Jack Gibbs.
Yes, and as soon as you're through, Lieutenant, I'll send the body to the J.P. Shield Funeral Home.
What about you, Kilbane?
We're through with the picture. The lab men finished up, too.
All right, then. She can be removed.
The dispatcher is trying to get through to you, Lieutenant. He thinks he has something for you about this.
Thanks, Miller. I'll take it in your cruiser. KGPE, Lieutenant Welch, KGPE.
Lieutenant Welch, KGPE. We received a call from the Fairfield Hotel at 923 Holmes. The managers report some large spots of blood on the front porch. Also a woman's raincoat and black pocketbook on one of the chairs. They belong to a Mrs. Paula Eubanks, one of their tenants. They've checked and say her room's empty, hasn't been slept in.
All right, dispatcher. We'll check on it.
At the Fairfield Hotel, the police talk to Mr. and Mrs. Charles Logeman, the managers. Then Mrs. Logeman is taken to the funeral home. She identifies the victim of the killing as Mrs. Paula Kohler Eubanks. Meanwhile, Dr. James Walker, the coroner, has made a preliminary medical examination. The findings...
It would appear without thorough autopsy that Mrs. Eubanks died from strangulation. The bruises on the victim's hands, face, and neck include those apparently inflicted by the killer while strangling her to stop her screams. It is also apparent that she was struck a number of times by blows from some blunt instrument, probably a pistol. There is no evidence of criminal assault.
In Paula Eubanks' black leather purse, left behind on the porch, is a small book. It contains a number of names and addresses. Among those names is that of Hector Mendoza. With the call from Menora Hospital that he was admitted in an injured condition, Mendoza is questioned and his statement taken. In it, he gives the police a description of the man who struck him and walked away with Paula Eubanks. A general pickup is immediately broadcast.
KGPE, all stations. Pickup for investigation of murder, One white man, age 28 to 30, height 5'10", weight 170 to 180, dirty blonde, small mustache, heavy, thick shoulders. When last seen was wearing dark double-breasted suit, dark felt hat. KGPE 1142.
In an effort to find some possible motive for the crime and a possible clue to the killer's identity, the police make a thorough check of all Mrs. Eubanks' friends, a thorough investigation into her past life. Mrs. Margaret Dallas of 920 Holmes Street tells the police,
I used to work at the Mayflower Grill with Polly. Her close friends always called her Polly. She was friendly, a nice girl, and she had lots of admirers. I can't think of any reason why anyone would want to kill her.
Mrs. Ann Kramer of Overland Park, a sister of Paula Eubanks, had this to report.
Polly was a wonderful girl. She'd had some trouble in her life. She'd been divorced from her husband and then remarried to him and then separated again. But she had a wonderful spirit. She was just crazy about Nancy. That's Nancy Kay, her little 20-month-old adopted girl. Kept her in a nursery, and I just don't know what's going to happen to Nancy Kay now.
Then, a strange and unusual development takes place in the case. Mrs. Dora Ann Morrell of 908 Jefferson Street, who'd worked as a waitress with Mrs. Eubanks at the Mayflower Grill some 2 months before, pays a visit to William H. Randall, assistant prosecutor of Jackson County.
Polly called to me one day at the restaurant. She had a pad of restaurant order blanks in her hand. She wrote something on the back of one of those sheets and gave it to me. She told me to read them if anything ever happened to her. Here it is.
Mrs. Morrell hands over the order blank. On the back of it, Paula Eubanks had written a number of Bible references. The references were Proverbs 8:12, Revelations 3:12, Matthew 11:14, Matthew 17:10 through 14, and Mark 9:13. The prosecutor's office makes a careful study of the verses designated on the back of that order pad. Then, this statement is issued.
The verses apparently were selected to be read in chronological order by listing. Since the 14th verse of the 17th chapter of Matthew ends, "There came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him and saying," and the reference continues with Mark 9:13, which reads, "But I say unto you that Elias is indeed come, and they have done unto him whatsoever they listed, as it is written of him." The name Elias is frequent in the verses, beginning with Matthew 11:14. In the 17th chapter of Matthew, the name Elias occurs 3 times, including the 12th verse. "But I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall the Son of Man suffer of them." And the next verse, Matthew 17:13, continues, "The disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist." Whatever Mrs. Paula Eubanks may have had in mind when she wrote those biblical references is not apparent to us. Not yet.
Now listen carefully, please. Listen, all of you, wherever you may be. We're going to give you a recapitulation of all the pertinent facts in the unsolved murder of Paula Kohler Eubanks. Better make a note of them.
And remember, by following the instructions we shall give you in a moment, you may be the one to earn a $5,000 reward.
Now, here are the actual facts in the case. Mrs. Paula Kohler Eubanks, 27 years of age, was strangled and beaten to death in an abandoned city dump at approximately 6100 Independence Avenue in Kansas City, Missouri.
The time, approximately 4:40 a.m., Thursday, June 26th, 1947.
Now, here is a description of the man wanted for investigation in the murder, as broadcast by the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. Please listen carefully.
Age 28 to 30. Height 5'10". Weight 170 to 180. Dirty blonde. Small mustache. Heavy, thick shoulders. When last seen was wearing dark double-breasted suit, dark felt hat.
Ladies and gentlemen, if any of you possesses information that may have a bearing on the unsolved murder of Paula Kohler Eubanks, and please don't send in guesses or hunches, but only actual, authentic information, follow these instructions so that your name and identity need never be made known unless you wish. Now, please listen carefully.
Write your information on a plain sheet of paper. Do not sign your name. Instead, sign it with 6 numbers, any arrangement of any 6 numbers. Then tear off a blank corner of that paper with a ragged edge. Write the same 6 numbers on that corner and keep it. Mail the rest of the paper with the information to Somebody Knows, Hollywood, California. You need tell no one what you have done.
Mail your letter to Somebody Knows, Hollywood, California. And if the information you've supplied leads to the arrest and conviction of the killer of Paula Kohler Eubanks, we'll announce your signature number on this program. Then, if you don't want your name to be known, go to your lawyer or your doctor, your priest, minister, or rabbi, and have him present the torn corner of the paper to any CBS station. In this way, you do not need to appear in person.
If the torn corner matches the original paper containing the information, the $5,000 reward will be yours.
Remember, you, wherever you are, you whose name need never be known, may win a reward of $5,000.
Next week at the same time, we'll present another true case history of unsolved murder. It's homicide file number HF12342 from the records of the Boston, Massachusetts Police Department. The unsolved murder of Samuel I. Parris.
You out there, you who have murdered in cold blood and think you've gotten away with it, listen. You cannot escape. There is no perfect crime. Remember, you are not unknown.
Somebody knows.
Tonight's case was written by Sidney Marshall from information in the files of the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. Research was by Maurice Zim. Music was composed and played by Milton Charles. Somebody Knows is a James L. Safier production in association with CBS by arrangement with the Chicago Sun-Times and is based on a copyright owned by W.L. Finstad. It was narrated and directed by Jack Johnstone. In order to be eligible for the reward, letters containing actual, authentic information leading to the arrest and conviction of the killer or killers of Paula Kohler Eubanks must be addressed to Somebody Knows, Hollywood, California, and must be postmarked not later than midnight, August 23rd, 1950. Arrest of the guilty person or persons must occur within 90 days of that date, and conviction must be within 1 year of tonight's broadcast. If more than one person gives the information leading to conviction, our judges will divide the $5,000 reward among them in proportion to the importance the judges attach to the facts supplied. And in this, the decision of our judges will be final. Until next Thursday at the same time, this is Frank Goss saying good night. And remember,
somebody knows.
Now stay tuned for Casey, Crime Photographer, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where you'll find Arthur Godfrey's daytime program every Monday through Friday on the Columbia Broadcasting System.
No cases were solved in the run of Somebody Knows. In fact, all but one, this one, was never solved. In 1974, Kansas City police closed the file after a woman came forward claiming her estranged husband was the killer. She shared intimate knowledge of the killings, including personal items taken from Eubanks. Police concluded her husband was indeed most likely the killer. However, he had died in 1973. Out of respect to the family, the police never named the suspected killer. It is sad that even back then, cold cases abounded. They really did. Somebody knows. And this episode was from 76 years ago, on August 3rd, 1950. Up next, we'll check in with David and Claudia.
There are times every day as you work or you play when a pause would be welcome to you. And it's then that you find a bright thought in your mind that only a Coke will do. 50 million times a day, at home, at work, or on the way, there's nothing like a Coca-Cola, nothing like a Coke.
Yes, for a bright taste and a bracing sparkle, for perfect refreshment every time, there's nothing like ice-cold Coca-Cola.
There's nothing like a Coca-Cola, nothing like a Coke.
All right, let's wrap up this episode of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with another episode of the continuing tale of Claudia. Claudia and David, this episode goes back 78 years, August 3rd, 1948.
Your Coca-Cola bottler presents Claudia, based on the famous play and novels by Rose Franken. Brought to you transcribed Monday through Friday by your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. Relax, and while you're listening, refresh yourself. Have a Coke. And now, Claudia.
Oh, David, I love having you home all day.
I'm not home to play. I'm home to work on these plans for the schoolhouse.
Who cares why? The important thing is you're home.
I'm going to act as if I'm not.
Go ahead, see if I care.
I'm going to lock myself up in this little room and keep my nose to my drawing board all day. You're not going to even see me.
Good.
Oh?
I don't want to see you. I have a million things to do myself. I'm busy up to my ears.
What are you busy with up to your ears?
Thank you notes for the baby's presents.
Poor you.
Oh, poor me is right. Is there anything else in the world worser than writing thank you notes?
Nothing's worser. Not even the word.
Oh, you.
How many do you have left?
Too many, about 14, I guess.
Haven't you written any?
Of course I have. I still don't see why I have to write them all. You're his father. You should write half of them.
I'm going to stay right here and work.
Not so fast. You give me one good reason why you shouldn't write half.
Well, the presents aren't mine. They're addressed to your illustrious son.
Then he should write them.
Then go right upstairs and ask him.
I think I will. I'm half tempted to.
And if you waste any more time before writing them, he'll be old enough to do it himself. So get moving.
All right. And don't nag me. You know, the worst part is I hardly even know half the people who sent me those baby presents.
Well, it should make it twice as easy to write the letter.
Now explain that to me, Mr. Smarty.
Because you don't have to get personal.
Oh.
All you have to do is write a very formal thank you note. That's all.
Terrible. I hate receiving formal thank you notes. So I imagine other people do, too.
All right. Make it difficult for yourself.
I will.
I was only trying to help.
Advice is no help. Action is what counts.
Then I'll leave you to yourself, and you can start on the action right away.
Oh, thank you very much.
Nothing at all. Get Mama to help you.
He's pushing Bobby around in his perambulator.
That woman. She can't let him out of her sight.
I know.
Guess you'll just have to work it out for yourself, then. I hope you haven't touched my soft lead pencils or stolen my ruler or gum eraser.
Oh, you're as fussy about your soft lead pencil as an old maid.
It is impossible for the old maid to work without them.
'Tis a poor workman who blames his tools. Oh, now where's my favorite fountain pen? David, have you stolen my favorite fountain pen? I can't write with any other.
'Tis a poor workman who blames his tools. Now get on with those thank you notes. If you get through after lunch, I'll take you for a walk.
Well, that's not much of an inducement, but it's better than none. All right. I love getting presents, but when you have to write 8 different letters about 8 different little chemises, it sort of takes the glow off.
Ungrateful.
If you're not doing anything, why don't you write a letter, dear?
Look, I'm doing something. I'm going to figure up some measurements, so quiet.
Now, let me see. Who's next on the list? Let's see. Mrs. Percival Jones, a silver spoon. Can you imagine sending a silver spoon to a 3-month-old baby? I mean, weeks. Of all the things I didn't want my son to be being born with was a silver spoon in his mouth.
Well, he wasn't.
Well, he is now. Mrs. Percival Jones sent him one. Say, who is Mrs. Percival Jones, anyway?
Oh, no, some friend of Julia's, probably.
No.
My sister-in-law has many, many friends, you know.
You ever met Mrs. Percival Jones?
Not that I remember.
I wonder if there's a Mr. Percival Jones.
Who cares?
Mrs. Percival Jones?
Well, shut up. Write a letter.
Dear Mrs. Percival Jones.
Write it. Don't recite it.
Dear Mrs. Percival Jones, I just can't begin to tell you how much my husband and I
Leave me out of it. Leave me out.
How much my husband and I appreciate the darling...
The lovely.
Shut up. Appreciate the darling silver spoon you sent my son. He has been eating with it ever since the
Oh,
day...
that's a lie.
The whole thing is a lie. What am I supposed to say?
Tell her the truth.
I'd much rather, but I don't dare.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, here goes. Dear Mrs. Percival Jones, my husband and I want to tell you how silly we thought you were to send our 3-week-old offspring a silver spoon. Considering the times we're living in, we both believe it was a very extravagant waste of money.
You better go back to your lies, dear.
David, I am writing these letters, remember?
All right. Have it your own way. If you don't want my advice, go ahead, but do it silently.
See, Edith Dexter. Who on earth is Edith Dexter?
Oh, I know Edith Dexter. She's Philip Dexter's wife.
Oh, of course.
He's a good friend of my brother's.
Well, then why doesn't your brother write them a thank you note? They only sent it to us because of him.
What did she send?
Silver rattle. Honestly, now, this is worse than getting married.
Marriage has compensations, but this is a big nuisance.
Don't you call your son compensation?
Not yet.
Dear Mrs. Dexter.
Why don't you make this a formal one?
For instance?
Mr. and Mrs. David Naughton wish to thank you for your thoughtfulness at this time.
That sounds more like a condolence note. You have to be more cheerful about having a baby. Is it condolence or condolence? I never know.
I don't know. I'm busy.
I don't either. I'll have to look it up.
Now, how about Mr. and Mrs. David Naughton's sides are splitting about thanking you?
Oh, you're such a big help. You get back to your figures. You may be a wonderful architect, but you're a flop at thank you notes.
Now that I have proven it, maybe I'll get some peace and quiet.
You know, I wish I could learn how to write faster. I'm so slow. My mind works 8 times as fast as my hand.
And your tongue works 80 times faster than your brain.
I don't hear you. Dear Mrs. Dexter, please forgive my not writing sooner.
It's bad psychology to begin with an apology.
You are not to butt in, Buttinsky. Now I can see why wives send their husbands off to the office to get a little peace. Dear Mrs. Dexter, dear Mrs. Dexter. My dear Mrs. Dexter. Oh, how I hate this. Hooray, somebody's coming to see us.
Any excuse not to have you do your work?
You're a fine one to talk. Oh, Mrs. Cook, it's you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Naughton. I don't usually come ringing doorbells with this mail, but you had so many packages today, I couldn't very well stuff them all into that little mailbox of yours.
More packages?
Yep, got a heap of them, all here in this bag.
Oh.
I feel just like Santa Claus, only it's August.
Oh, they're packages for that son of mine. I had to go and have a baby.
Yeah, I hear say he's a fine boy.
Well, he's not bad. He's getting entirely too many presents, though.
Well, it'll save you money. You won't have to go and buy him all this junk yourself.
Unfortunately, it's not the kind of stuff I'd buy in the first place.
You're looking good, Mrs. Naughton. Being a mother agrees with you.
Why, thanks, Mrs. Cook. We missed you while we were in New York.
We kind of missed you, too. I dropped the mail by regular and blew my horn, thinking if you was here, you'd come out. Well, it's nice to have you back.
You've no idea how nice it is to be back.
Well, as I was saying to my husband last night, Mr. Cook was suggesting that we take a little vacation and go away on a trip.
Oh?
As I was saying to him, I sure would like to go away. But when I'm away, I sure wish I was back home. Packing suitcases, unpacking them, sleeping in strange beds, registering in strange hotels, having to pay bills, and eating food that's cooked by folks who don't even know how to boil eggs.
Well,
As I was saying to Mr. Cook, if we was taking a vacation, I'd stay home here where everything is just the way I want it to be. But I don't think I'm going to be taking a vacation. You know, I kind of like this wandering around, seeing all the folk and getting all the latest news.
Claudia! Oh, that's my husband.
Your husband? Oh, well, you know, I'd kind of like to say hello to him. I don't think I ever met Mr. Norton. But the folks downtown say he's a mighty handsome man.
Well, some other day, but...
well, any
today,
other
Mrs.
day,
Cook,
it's
you
all
see, he's
right.
working at home on the plans for the
Child, please, I'm sorry, don't just say another word. When men have work to do, the world just has to stand still.
That's right.
But let a woman set herself down to her desk. She's expected to get her work done with an interruption every 5 minutes.
That's just what
I was just saying that to Mr. Cook last night.
You were?
Yes, so I just won't say another word.
You won't?
I'll just leave all these packages in your front hall and, well... I'll be on my way. I'll see you, Mrs. Norton. I'll drop by tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have time for a real talk then.
Thank you for coming, Mrs. Cook. It's always nice seeing you. Phew, what a tornado.
Claudia?
David, come on out here.
Are you alone?
She's gone.
Good heavens. How that woman can talk. She makes you sound like a mute.
That's why I keep her around. Look at all this stuff she brought. Packages and packages and packages. There are at least 15 of them.
And all from the same store that we've already received packages
But
from.
they're all the same things all over again. More silver spoons, more chemises, more sweet little knitted garments and blankets and... David, I don't want to seem ungrateful, but isn't it an awful waste?
Darling, you can't scold people for their trying to be attentive.
No, but it just doesn't seem right. Bobby has so much already. It's wrong for anybody these days to have more than they actually need.
I agree with you, but there are times when you have to accept gifts with good grace.
This is one of those times.
Well, you better open them so you can sit right down and finish up your thank you note.
Oh, I'll never finish them. The more I write, the more I have to write. It's interminable.
Want to open the packages here, or shall I take them inside?
Darling, you get to your work. I'll do it.
I'll help until Gertrude finishes.
Take a letter. Dear Mrs. Van Doren, thank you for your charming blue vest.
From Elizabeth Van Doren?
Another friend of Julia's?
No, she's cousin of Roger's.
You met her?
Once.
Nice?
Very.
I think any cousin of Roger's would. David,
No,
listen.
no. I'm not going to write any of them.
That's not what I was going to ask.
Oh?
Where should I put all this stuff?
Bring it up to Bobby's room. It's his.
Let him look around and see all this. He'll be so spoiled we won't be able to do a thing with him. Why, he'll think life is nothing but a bed of roses. He'll get an idea he's rich and spoiled and pampered. That's no way to begin life.
Well, suit yourself.
You agree with me, don't you?
Sure, I agree with you, but what's there to be done about it?
I'm just thinking. All those little babies, children who don't have clothes to wear, not enough food. Why should our son be born with more than he can use?
Life isn't always in balance, darling. There are those who have too much and others who have too little.
Somebody ought to do something about life then.
Who's somebody?
Me.
Oh.
I mean, I am going to do something about it.
And what's the brilliant idea that's going through your head?
It's not very brilliant. It's just that I think I'm going to wrap all these presents of Bobby's, everything I can't use, and I'm going to send them to Europe through the Red Cross or some other organization. I'm going to send them to people who need them and who have to depend upon gifts for what they need.
That would be a very fine thing to do.
Oh, there's nothing fine about it. It's just what everybody ought to do, and I think Bobby'd want to share his presents with all those little babies in the world who haven't anything.
I'd be honored if, in this, you'd let me help. You're a nice girl. A nice mother for my son.
I feel better about the whole business now. We'll open all these presents, we'll take out all the cards, and then I'll write thank you notes that will be thank you notes that I really mean.
Most women carry equipment along when they go to market nowadays. A shopping bag or a carry-all on wheels makes the job of transporting groceries easier. Another help is that handy carton in which you can carry 6 bottles of Coca-Cola home. And speaking of help, it's mighty pleasant to be able to step up to the Coke cooler while you're at your food store for delicious, ice-cold refreshment. It's a wise shopper who shops refresh.
Sure was good seeing Mrs. Naughton again.
Well, now that she's back in Eastbrook, you'll probably be seeing a great deal of her.
Well, if she keeps on getting so many packages, I will.
Well, maybe it'll let up. Claudia would certainly be pleased if it did.
Well, most young folks love getting presents.
And so does Claudia, usually. But about these, she's a little embarrassed.
Yeah. Too much is too much, isn't it?
I guess that's it. I guess Claudia feels her son has plenty just having David for father.
He's a nice man, I hear say.
David, yes. You hear say right. And he has a way with youngsters, too, he has.
Other than his own?
Well, yes, indeed, as we'll find out tomorrow, Mrs. Cook.
Well, I'll be here. Maybe I'll be able to give Mrs. Cook a few pointers. See you then, Mr. King.
Right, ma'am. Every day, Monday through Friday, Claudia comes to you transcribed with the best wishes of your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. So listen again tomorrow at the same time. And now this is Joe King saying au revoir. And remember, whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may be, when you think of refreshment, think of Coca-Cola. For Coca-Cola makes any pause the pause that refreshes. And ice-cold Coca-Cola is everywhere. This broadcast of Claudia was supervised and directed by William Brown Maloney.
78 years ago, August 3rd, 1948, Claudia here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thanks for making us a part of your day. Coming up tomorrow on the podcast, we'll have an episode of Dragnet starring Jack Webb from the original run, 77 years ago, the story of Benny Trousel, a small-time narcotics user. Also, Escape, Leiningen versus the Ants, this time starring Tudor Owen as Leiningen. Also, Casey Crime Photographer from 77 years ago, August 4th, 1949. First show of the season. And Casey is framed for murder. And Dimension X from 76 years ago, 76 years ago. No, 76 years ago. Parigi's Wonderful Dolls. And we'll have Claudia around as well. Okay, that's coming up tomorrow here on Classic Radio Theater. We'll be here for you. Have a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.